staff, management, or sponsors.
Are you ready to go beyond? Welcome to my show, Go Beyond. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. Each week, I will be showing you how to go beyond your limiting beliefs to take you and your business to the next level. If you're ready to redefine, recommit, reset, and re-engage yourself, this is the time, this is the place. Go beyond. Well, hello, everyone. Good evening. It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's the Go Beyond show night, and I'm your host, Jordana Foster. And can you believe that it's the last Tuesday of 2021? It's the last Tuesday of the year. It's the last show of this year. And thank you so much for joining me. You know, as you may know, at the beginning of the year, 12 months ago, I decided to highlight one keyword for each show, whether I had a guest or sponsor or I was coaching and training on the show. And do you know what the word of the day is? It's something very relevant for it being the last show in the last week of 2021. The word of the day is review. Review. And I want you to think about, how you're looking at that word, because we're going to unpack it. But I want to tell you again a little bit about me as a business coach, as a leadership and communication trainer, as a motivational speaker. I am extremely passionate about helping business owners and business professionals and organizations to get out of their own way. Finally, to get out of your own way, to get unstuck and discover what it is that's holding you back from achieving the goals that you have for your life, for your business, for your career. And what I have found as a coach and a trainer is that it is usually more than one thing that's holding us back, and we don't even realize them. That's why it's so important to review and reflect. And we're going to go into those benefits in a minute. From virtual and in-person mindset shift workshops, communication and leadership trainings, and corporate training programs designed for business professionals and their teams that are looking to take their communication to the next level. They're looking to enhance their mindset and also to up-level their performance to get optimal results that not only they desire, but they deserve. Is that you? Is that your team? Now more than ever, having a thinking partner, an accountability partner, a business coach to help guide you through these ever-changing times, this new business landscape that we're all still trying to figure out and navigate through, right? They are still uncharted waters. And not only to really navigate that, but to help you as a business owner or a team leader or a manager to think not only strategically, which is of the utmost importance, but also creatively, looking at things from a whole different perspective. It's not a luxury anymore to have a business coach, a mindset coach, and a mentor. It's an absolute necessity, and I assure you it is a game changer. It's been for me as well as my clients to move forward. So if you're ready, and I mean really ready, to take you and your business and your career to the next level, to go beyond limitations and expectations, contact me for a complimentary 30-minute discovery session if you're a business owner, or a 45-minute lunch and learn for you and your team. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and message me on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond, and also Instagram, or contact me on my website, johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. Here's the thing. If you want to grow your business, who doesn't want to grow their business, especially now? We need to. It's not about want. It's a need, right? Or if you want to advance in your career or take a different path and direction, you need to grow yourself first. You need to work on the inside so that it shows those skill sets and the communication and the mindset, so it shows on the outside in all your interactions. It is time for you to step up, show up, and never give up. It's time for you to go beyond. So I told you that the word for the day, so appropriate, is what? Review. And it's very similar to reflection, but it's taking it a step further. And I'm going to explain that. We had such a difficult 22 plus months, but this past year, if we're just looking at the past year, difficult and challenging, and obviously for some more than others, even more so, right? And a year in review is so important for you to access your progress, to really get a gauge on where you are right now. Okay? We have what we've accomplished and what really is on our course, what we have really gone through. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you watching the last show I know of 2021. Looking back is so important in order to move forward. We have to look back. Don't stay there too long. I assure you, you might not like what you're going to see, but you will, if done right and you have a coach and you're doing this review exercise consistently and completely, looking back is so important because it will not only show you the areas that you need to improve upon, but you will be able to really see and get more clarity on the areas where you thrived. And I think that I know that we're moving at such a rapid pace in our lives, in our business, and getting things in our careers, right? That we're not slowing down to take that review, to take that look, to take the time for reflection. And we need to be able to get an understanding of where we are, because we can't just hit the ground running for the new year in 2022 unless you know what you don't want to repeat, right? Do you want to repeat the same year that you have, the same results, the same mindset, the same interactions? Or were you happy with what you got? Some of you were. And if you were, fantastic. Let's move the notch a little higher. Let's raise your standard. And for those of you, and most of you, we're not. And we need to look at that. There were a lot of things, many things, that were outside of our control. But we need to really review what was in our control. And the things that weren't in our control, how did we react to those? How did we handle them? How did we talk to our clients and our colleagues and our employees and our family members? How did we respond to that? Don't just jump into this new year without reviewing this past year, these last 12 months, and acknowledging all the things that you've been fortunate enough to learn. Hopefully you've learned from them. The moments that you enjoyed with your loved ones, your friends and family, okay? The challenges that you've experienced. What did you learn? How did you grow? Okay? How much did you grow? And looking at how far you've come right now, you might not be where you want to be, but you're further than you were. And it's that acknowledgement, that review that is so important because, as you know with me and my trainings, energy, mindset are everything. If you're feeling less than and unworthy and disappointed and frustrated with what you didn't accomplish this past year, what's that going to look like for you for the new year? Are you going to be ready to go and full of momentum? Absolutely not. And let me ask you, what's going to happen with that energy with the people that you're trying to inspire? You don't even realize how contagious that is. That negativity, that mentality, that lack mentality. We need to be in an abundance mentality. And I want you to think about, what is the status of your goals right now? Where are your goals right now? The ones, not the ones for the new year, the ones that we need to dust off and really look at where you were when you made, I don't like the word resolutions, but when you set your goals for this past 2021, where are you with everything? And I want you to write it down. And I need you to be very honest with yourself. Usually it's an exercise I do with my clients, but if anything, you need to be honest with yourself because that's not going to get you anywhere. You need to acknowledge. And, as this year draws to a close, hopefully when you look back, you're going to take that very important time to notice where you should be proud of yourself, right? The moments where it may not have turned out the way you wanted, but you stuck with it no matter what, when it got hard, when it didn't look hopeful, because you knew that other people were watching you and they needed to stay in the game and be inspired too, okay? We need to, if we don't review those times and moments, the days just go by, the months, the weeks, it's just flown by as you've seen it. And writing these down, just like I do an entire journal class for my clients, when you write it down, there's that emotional connection to the words, and it is so important. So I want you really not to just focus on what went wrong, but I want you to look at what went right, where you stepped up, okay? And when you're looking at what didn't go well, what would you do different? You know, don't just say, okay, now I'm going to move past that. What would you do different in that same scenario? That's the lesson learned. That's why reviewing is so important. And it's, you know, reviewing and self-reflection, it can be humbling. It's a very humbling experience. It could be a very powerful and transformational experience. And it's a very effective way for you to maximize your learning, to improve your performance, and discover more about ourselves. Don't we need that? Isn't that what we've learned so many lessons, hopefully, over this last 22 months, but particularly this last year? Don't we need to know more about ourselves? Because when you know more about yourself, then you're more open and willing to learn about others. But it really needs to start with you, okay? To review and reflect means to take the time and really examine or assess ourselves for what we've been through and where we are at this given moment. Remember last week I talked about being in the present moment. It's a key piece for me in my coaching and training sessions, as well as for me in my life. It's essential because when you review past events and situations in a very strategic and systematic way, and the intention is there to not only be on the surface, but to dig a little deeper. It's really easy for us to look at your calendar and okay, that's what I went through, but do the work. That's why it's so important. I would love to be able to offer you a complimentary a complimentary lunch and learn or a discovery session so that we can find out where you are with your goals and if you did in fact do your review. We still have a few days left before the year is over. And oftentimes people really can't they say that they don't have the time, okay? Or they don't feel comfortable with the process. And the truth is that you really need to take an honest, hard look at where you are and what you've been through and what you've been able to overcome and what those stumbling blocks still are so that you can move past them, or you're going to get stuck on them every single time. And we don't want that, right? Are we going to be honest, both positive and negative in our review? Absolutely. Thank you. I just said that. It's so important for us to acknowledge, we learn from the challenges, but we can also see what we did right. And we're learning from the good points, the positive experiences too. But we're so moving so quickly on to the next thing that we're not even acknowledging that. I know that when I do coaching and training sessions, at the end of the hour, they will remember something great that happened to them. Why is it at the end? Why isn't it at the beginning? It is so important. But yes, positive and negative is where we learn and grow and develop. It can't always be. There needs to be somewhat of a balance. It can't be all positive and it cannot be all negative. I'm going to cut to a quick commercial break with my wonderful sponsors. I want you to think about if you've made time for your personal yearly review. And if you haven't, when are you going to schedule that time before the new year? I'm going to hold you accountable. I want to see that in the chat. And if I can help you go beyond, contact me for a discovery session or a lunch and learn. And this is the year, this is the time to go beyond the excuses, to go beyond your expectations, to go beyond what you thought was possible for your life and business and career. I'm Jordana Foster with the Go Beyond Show. We'll see you here in just a minute. Thank you. has changed. Have you changed? Leadership and success require so much more than they did before. Investing in your own personal development as well as the development of your team is an absolute necessity in this new, ever-changing digital business landscape. Mastering mindset and effective communication skills are critical pieces to the success and growth of your business now more than ever. I'm Jordana Foster, founder of Ready, Set, Go Beyond. As a certified mindset coach, business strategist, communication and leadership trainer, and motivational speaker, I am passionate about helping business professionals, business owners, executive managers, sales teams, and organizations to elevate mindset, enhance communication, and up-level performance. Mindset and communication are the key skills for success, especially now with most of us working remotely and interacting with our clients virtually on a daily basis. Don't just survive, it's time to thrive. Contact me for a complimentary 20-minute discovery session at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and message me on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond, or contact me on my website at johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. If you want to grow your business or advance in your career, you need to grow yourself first. Step up, show up, and never give up. It's time to go beyond.
Does your pool have a leak? Pool leaks can be extremely costly, mostly because many homeowners don't realize the difference between normal evaporation and a leak. With over 20 years of expertise, LeakWorks provides premier leak detection, repair and pool equipment for pools, spas, and fountains. We've performed thousands of leak detections and repairs for both residential and commercial swimming pools throughout South Florida. We provide comprehensive leak detection using the latest state-of-the-art ultrasonic equipment to dive pools. We specialize in leak detection and repairs, skimmers, pumps, filters, main drains, heaters, lights, saltwater systems, and so many more. Call us at 954-629-3654 or email us at leakworksflorida@gmail.com to set up an appointment. Honest, reliable, dependable, licensed, and insured. LeakWorks. When it comes to pools, we have the tools and expertise to get the job done right.
Conceat Software creates technology to help small and medium-sized businesses save time and money. Conceat Software sets up the IT infrastructure, which includes your computer, telephone, cloud system, network, email, and security. Conceat Software can help you with business automation by developing software, providing accounting software with Sage Intacct, setting up online sales and e-commerce, and customizing apps. Call Conceat Software at 954-874-9093 or conceat.com. Conceat Software, IT to help you work smarter.
At Building Financial Solutions, we understand that finances, inheritances, and retirement can be stressful, overwhelming, and complicated, and we simplify it together. We guide you through the process of preparing for today and tomorrow. We specialize in investments, inheritances, rollovers, annuities, retirement, estate planning, and insurance. Contact us for a complimentary consultation at 954-771-0100 or on our website, www.buildingfinancialsolutions.com. Building Financial Solutions, simplifying finance. Securities offered through Aventex Investment Services, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Aventex Advisory Services. Insurance services offered through Aventex Affiliated Insurance Agency.
You've been listening to Go Beyond. If you want to be part of the show as a guest, highlighting your business, or you would like more information about the content of the show, email me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com or share your thoughts and call me at 888-565-1470. Welcome back to the Go Beyond Show. I'm your host, Jordana Foster, and I would like to thank my sponsors. First, LeakWorks, which is your expert in pool leak detection and pool repair and every kind of pool repair that you need. Over 25 years in the business, residential and commercial, licensed and insured. Contact leakworks.com for all of your pool repair needs. Also, Conceat Software, IT services, software and development, and business automation. IT to help you work smarter. And don't we all, finishing up this year and heading into the new year, don't we need to work smarter instead of harder? And Building Financial Solutions, a private wealth management firm that helps you simplify finance. And finance can be so complicated, can it? And Matt Bodkin with Building Financial Solutions is your person. He's your go-to for all of your wealth needs and financial needs. So that I'm going to go back now to what we were talking about, which is review, reflect, review this past year. You know, interestingly enough, when you are a business owner or you're a team leader or you're a manager, when you think about the word review, what comes to mind? Performance reviews, financial reviews. It's all about other people and the business, but rarely do we flip the script and focus on ourselves. And it is so important for us to do that, to really flip the focus and review ourselves and our efforts and our actions and the relationships that we have and the interactions and our growth and development and how we handled difficult situations, which there were so many this past year, right? And there still are. But we need to really review that, assess that, reflect on that. So often we focus on so much of what's going around us that we're not focusing on what's going on inside us. And that affects how we're communicating, our mindset, the decisions that we're making, the actions that we're taking. So that personal review is so important because it allows us to learn from our mistakes. Okay, and we make them, and we need to acknowledge them, and we need to be pushed forward once we learn from them. And an in-depth review at least once a year, but I suggest for me and my clients, I believe doing it quarterly because I think that's most effective because it allows us to set aside the time so that you can course correct and make any adjustments in real time, as opposed to looking back and saying, oh, that's what happened, and now I need to do something about it for the next year. So it's being proactive, and it's being very strategic. And I think that that's something that I would love to be able to help you and your team with. Through this process, it is so important that we really know where you are right now with your goals. Not the new ones, but the goals that you set, okay? And also it helps making planning for the new year easier and better because you're in that forward-thinking motion. It also helps you notice and see the differences in the things that have happened that you really didn't pay attention to because you were moving at such a fast pace. You also need to take the time to find a good place to take that reflection and review. Make sure that it's a quiet place. Make sure, I know this is hard, try and go somewhere, even if it's sitting in your car or going to a park, that you're uninterrupted with distractions so that you can get more clarity on this year in review for yourself. It's really important for us to think back so that we can look forward, okay? Reflecting without any judgment is so important. And acknowledging what went well and what didn't and what we're going to do about it. And having that awareness so that we can move forward and inspire others to do the same. And not waiting until the last minute or waiting until the new year to be able to do that. Because as proactive as you can be, making the time for your review, for your self-reflection, will be an absolute game changer for you because you will notice things, if you're saying it with all honesty and transparency, that you didn't even know were holding you back. And your team and your business and your career. It's really important for us to get a handle on that. Don't just think that it's going to happen because we're jumping into this new year. You need to make the time, carve out the time to reflect and review so that you can make not only next year your best year yet, but to really understand what happened this year, how you've grown, and how you've been able to get past that and what you've learned and what you're proud of. Here's the quote. It's quote time. Time spent in self-reflection and review is never wasted. It's absolutely essential for your personal growth, fulfillment, and success. Make sure that you review 2021 and don't just rush into 2022 without reflecting, reviewing, assessing, and being very honest with where you are, with how you've overcome things, what you need to work on, and what you're proud of. If I can help you go beyond, contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and message me on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond. Contact me at johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. Make this year, this end of the year review, a time for reflection and review so that you can hit the ground running and make 2022 the best year yet. I'm Jordana Foster. Thank you so much. I will see you in the new year. Happy, healthy, and prosperous new year to all of us. Good night. Thank you for watching Go Beyond. Tune in next week as we continue to explore effective ways to help you go beyond your limiting beliefs to unlock your true potential to thrive personally and professionally. Learn how to take you and your business to the next level. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and share my video, because sharing is caring. Contact me at 305-753-6758 or go to my website at readysetgobeyond.com.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers